Good morning. Our losses, these dogs gain. Anne was making a tiramisu, which has kind of cheese in it, like I think it's called mascarpone or something like that. And she said the first batch curdled, which isn't good for the dessert. So these dogs get a whole mess of cheese to eat. So hopefully this doesn't totally destroy their digestive tracts, but they're gobbling it down. I know it doesn't look very nice, but it is just like curdled cheese, like cottage cheese, basically. This sheep, she wants to eat it. Don't eat it. That's not for you. Anyway, we like to, as I understand it, and I'm not pretending to be an expert, probably pre-World War I, the idea of dog food was not really in existence. Dogs were fed table scraps and what we put in the garbage. And we do a fair amount of that with chickens, but when there's something high in protein and high in energy like this, it's perfect for an omnivore like our guard dogs. We do our very best. So we do that with cracked eggs, stuff like this where the food is no good. If something sits in the fridge, like they got rice and lamb the other day that we had in like a stew, and then when we butcher animals, they get bones and meat scraps like crazy. They absolutely cleaned out a lamb carcass when we harvested a lamb off our land last fall, and I think that's good for them. They're not designed to eat a monostatic type of diet, in my opinion. Now I do because it makes the most common sense for like their staple, right? They get a good lamb and rice kibble. But if there's any proof to it, and it is totally anecdotal, I wouldn't even call it proof. If there's any correlative evidence, it's in the health and wellness of these two dogs. They are 8 months old, and they're just the picture of health, outside of her getting whooped on by a dog or a coyote or whatever it is she fought. Well, we're moving into the hay set aside for March. I have these 5 right here, and then another 5 closer to home as we march off of the field that they've been on all winter. The downside is the ground is still so frozen, so I'm still throwing hay. I'll show you. Over the fence, and I gotta throw a bunch more, but I'm throwing hay over the fence and just feeding them on the near side of the field, and hopefully we'll move water, mineral, everything over here and train them to be over here so that when it's time, we can just drop this fence quickly and get them over into this next field that I'm standing in right now. This is kind of the border where you see like this tree. It runs north-south, this kind of change in the field. And we just need to get, this field's had plenty of impact that we're looking at. And it's probably time, that we start planning for the mud season, the rain and the mud and the cold season of March and early April. Which, I'll be honest, I'm just about ready for any change of any sort, of any kind, that doesn't involve snow and below zero. What you're looking at right here is mismanagement on my part. I got everything done for the day, finished my job up, and did my afternoon chores. Everything looked good. Animals are happy. Dogs are playing. And, somewhere after dinner I get a buzz, and, well, one of the dogs is out. And he's running way up on that hill and way outside of where he ought to be. And I say, well, how the heck? These guys are pretty scared of hot wire. What gives? Well, put him back in. He got a little shock on the way in, so I figured, good. He knows, ouch. I'll stay away from that. And then about right as I was heading to bed, I got 2 buzzes, and both my dogs were out running around. So this is what I found this morning. I This is an O'Brien post. And by the way, this is not a hill right here. This is just a snowdrift. I'm sort of tentatively standing on as far apart as I can with my feet. This is an O'Brien post right here. That's the tip of it. And underneath, so they were able to walk right over my fence in this one spot because of this ridiculous snowstorm we got. And so the mismanagement for me comes on. I said, oh, the snowstorm. I fed and watered them. It must be fine. It didn't occur to me to walk my fence line. So that's what I have to do this morning is I got to dig out. This is about a 6-foot snowdrift down to there. I'll give you an idea. I'll walk down there so you can kind of put this down. Okay. So anyhow, I have some digging to do to free this up. Holy crap, that's going to be a lot of snow. I was talking to George Heller last night, and I think we both said at the same time, we're just so ready for this ridiculous winter to be over. All right, well, that was super unpleasant, but I got my fence open back up, and we'll just see how this goes. But I got to walk the rest of the fence line down and make sure nothing else is drifted over. But I'm going to take this hard work before I even got my first cup of coffee as penance for not being a mindful livestock manager. Yep. Well, let's go drive the animals forward and get them onto their hay, and then we got to try to move the water. We'll see how that goes. Oh, she's going to be my helper, I think. Once she finds the hay, hopefully we can get the other cows over here, and then the sheep should follow. Come on. Come on, girl. I know you don't know what I want. Come on. All right. I decided after chasing the sheep in circles and they didn't know what I wanted to get smart, and I got a bucket, well, like a scoop of alfalfa. We're gonna see if we can call them in. Hey, sheep. These two are very playful this morning. Oh, it's bright. I'm hungry. I'm cold. What else would you guys like to hear me complain about? Now we got them moving. All right, we got them moving. Come on, sheeps. try not to trip over my feet. I'm walking backwards. Here, sheeps. Come on, sheep. All right. Good grief. Well, here they all come. They found some of the hay. I gotta throw some more, but I'm gonna catch my breath from walking backwards through 2 foot of snow. And I don't know. I gotta give them more hay. I'll give them that alfalfa. I don't want to, you know, be a Lucy to a Charlie Brown and pull the football. Isn't that good looking hay? It's just green. I love it when you peel back a fresh bale and it's just green and smells like sugar inside. That's a good sign. All right, let's keep going.
on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
These two calves don't even want to get in the middle of the fracas of that alfalfa. And so they're just like, old Buster there is just eating hay. And his pal number 9 is just eating hay. And the dogs are just laying out in the sun. But I don't have a big topic of conversation for today. Just thinking over my mistakes from this winter and what I'd like to do better next winter, and just trying to grind through the rest of we're just trying to grind through the rest of this poor weather. All right, it's Tuesday afternoon. This is where we're starting to feed. If you look, you can maybe see the cows. That's where they were across that field, and they're just snoozing over there by and large. I had to go back to one of these smaller water tanks because I went to move the big one, and it's got about 4 inches of ice wrapped around it, so we'll make do until it melts off. But I realized after I kind of got through this morning's chores and digging out everything that there are, I was just feeling sorry for myself. And there are just these moments of, where you feel low and you got to do something to snap yourself out of it. And when I came out here, it's nice now. And the sheep were all here to greet me along with the dogs. Here come the cattle, actually. And it just, instead of worrying about what I needed to get done in chores, I've been kind of standing out here just enjoying it. And I think this is going to be something that I routinely have to check myself and pull myself back on, which is there is a lot of work to be done, but it's something to be treasured and enjoyed, and not something to just create additional stress or work for myself. So so this morning and this afternoon I was feeling frustrated and like I needed to get sort myself out, and maybe there's another gear I should be finding that I'm not. And this afternoon I kind of stopped worrying about that intentionally. I had to say it out loud to myself, and find the things that I enjoy and that I'm thankful for in this farming thing. So animals are all looking good. You can tell just from the size of them how some of them are looking pregnant. Holy moly. So hopefully we get a good lamb crop this year. That'll be really exciting when we can get to lamb time and show everyone the product that we're going to sell. So I wasn't planning on selling breeding stock, but depending on how many that I feel would make me proud of where they came from, there's good ones and great ones, right? You don't want to be selling the good ones. I might be selling a few ram lambs, and I've had more than a few calls. I think there's just a shortage of quality ewes out there right now, but I just can't sell ewes this year. So I know a few people who might have some for sale, so if that's something that you're looking for, you can always reach out to us and I can ask around. But anyhow, it's a beautiful day. It's hitting close to 40. The animals have plenty to eat, plenty to drink. Life is good.